Well, what's going on? Appreciate you guys for tuning in just for a little bit of time. I'm George Teague, and this is just a short episode of Teague's Take once again on remote up in Indianapolis, Indiana. Consuelo and I did make it nice and safely. Appreciate you guys' thoughts, prayers, and all that kind of stuff because it was a little bit hectic trying to get up here in the weather uh, yesterday evening. But it was safe. We were safe, so we do appreciate it. Why are we up here in Indianapolis? Well, that's it right there. That Alabama 8. We're here for the national championship game between Alabama and Georgia tomorrow night. We're excited about it for several reasons. One, we're getting ready to play for the 19th championship for Alabama. Another legacy that Saban and those players could be putting in order. Um, and so, one, we're here just to be fans, not really an analyst and things of that nature. But we have been analyzing the game for quite some time now after the SEC championship. JT and I on Teague's Take that we shoot on Tuesday nights. We've covered it with a lot of different guests. We've even had Stephen M. Smith from Touchdown Magazine um, to come on and do some pregame um, analysis. He gave us some great insight. Make sure you go back and watch that one if you haven't seen it. Ryan Fowler came on prior to the Cincinnati game, just talking about how that game turned out. And so there were some things that we learned and maybe didn't learn after the Cincinnati game and going into this national championship game. One, we see we can run the ball, we can be physical up front. Well, George, Cincinnati, they didn't have the same defensive line that Georgia has. Absolutely. Do I expect to have the same type of success that we had against Cincinnati running the ball? No, I don't. But I do think that we still can be effective with that. We may have to incorporate Bryce Young and his escapability a little bit more, but we're going to have to be dominant and we're going to have to go up tempo just like we did the first time. I truly believe that. We got to get creative in the passing game. Not having Mechie is a little bit of a concern for me. I know Jameson Williams can, he's a home run hitter. Those DBs that Georgia has they're not as good as what Cincinnati had. So we should be effective in our passing game. Slade Bolton's going to be a hidden gem for us, maybe Billingsley and others that are going to have to chip in so that when we need to pass the ball, that we can effectively, methodically move down the field. I don't think we have to get too elaborate with it. We just have to be patient and take our shots when we can. Kirby Smart's a good coach, but there's a lot of pressure on him to win this game. There's been many times that he and Saban have faced each other, and who hadn't seen all the memes that are out there calling him the child of Saban. So, he was hired to essentially go ahead and become the champion and figure out a way to beat Saban. So he's watched more film than he's ever watched. He's done more things than he ever has to try to prepare his team uh, for this game. It's been eerily quiet to me between both teams. Not a whole lot of trash talk, and definitely even by the fans, not much. After the shellacking that Georgia took, I ain't heard hardly anything out of the Georgia people. And then I think we're being, rightfully so, cautious as Alabama fans, knowing that anytime we got to play two times and this close of a span together, it's kind of hard to put those wins um, together. I do expect us to win. I'm expecting us to win by 13 points, is what I've said. I just think that we're gonna be ready to go. We're gonna be mentally ready to go. And coaches are going to find a way to put our players in position to be able to make the plays at the right moment and at the right time. If we can eliminate penalties, don't have pre-snap penalties or post-play penalties, we can win this football game. And that's for sure. Um, we just got to rely and stay consistent, try to run the ball, um, use some gap schemes. Just be physical up front with those guys and then run them to death. I don't think the plan needs to change a whole lot more than what it did the first time we played them. So I'm going to enjoy my time up here. Consuelo and I are here to spend a little bit of time with some family. We thank them for allowing us to be here with them as well. We're not too far from the stadium. So who knows? We're probably going to run into some of you guys out there at the stadiums or at events today or maybe even tomorrow. We're probably going to try to hit the NCAA Hall of Champions while we're here, just to get a chance to be here. And hopefully I can convince Consuela, because she can hear me right now, hopefully I can convince Consuela that the North is not the place to live. She wants to be up here in this cold weather. She wants me shoveling snow, change the vents a little bit extra, getting all the ice off the windshield and things of that nature. But I'm trying to stay down south as much as possible, or at least a place that got, a little bit more seasons than this. But anyway, neither here nor there. Make sure you guys enjoy the game. Subscribe, get people subscribed, get some likes to our channel. We would definitely appreciate that. Again, don't forget we're on Twitter at Teague's Take, on Instagram at Teague's Take, on Facebook at Teague's Take with the podcast. Yeah, or you can find me personally at Teague Football on Instagram and Twitter. Those are my choices of social media. So enjoy your day, and we will definitely see you guys soon. Deuces.